She must have fallen asleep, because the next thing she knew was that Simon was shaking her and whispering, "Wake up, Salma. I think there's someone hiding in the sugarcane, watching us." She opened her eyes and saw that Iqbal had unsheathed his sword. Her cousin Rafa had insisted that at least one of them was armed, even though she had protested that it was futile because neither Iqbal nor Simon were warriors. Zara was standing white-faced beside the mule, holding the reins in her hand. What was happening? Layla! Where was Layla? Layla? Salma sat up, now wide awake. "It's all right, Mama. I'm here." "Just get up slowly, Salma, and act as if everything is normal. If we can get across the bridge, we should be safe. I can see some fishermen's houses on the other side." She did as her husband asked, and with Simon leading and Iqbal following at the rear, they set off along the coastal path. She could see the bridge that Simon spoke of, but it seemed a long way in the distance. Who were the people watching them? Was there even anyone there? She knew her husband could be a bit paranoid at times, understandable after all they'd been through, but this time he looked genuinely worried. Now she was glad that Rafa had insisted on Iqbal taking his sword. She hoped he knew how to use it. "Can we walk a bit more quickly?" Iqbal was beginning to look jumpy. In fact, they all were nervous now. "It's probably nothing," Salma said, more in an attempt to calm her daughters than from genuine belief. "Probably an animal, a goat or something." At that moment, two ragged individuals stepped into the path in front of them. "Stop!" one of them bellowed, wildly waving his dagger at them. His companion was a good bit shorter in stature, a gruesome creature with a livid scar down the side of his face, and he carried an enormous sword in his hands. Salma recognized it at once as a cleaving sword, the type used by soldiers in battle, and capable of slicing through armor, but this one appeared to be far too heavy for their opponent. At first, she thought they must be mercenaries, but then she decided they were probably just runaway slaves. "What have you got in that sack?" the one with the sword asked. "Just some food for our journey," Simon said quietly. Salma saw her husband draw his dagger from the folds of his robe and hold it behind his back. But would he use it? It was against his beliefs to take a life, but could he do it to save his family?